Hello, good morning friends. Welcome back to your favorite channel Code One Digest. Today in this tutorial, we will learn about TypeScript. Okay, I will teach you the basics of TypeScript programming language. What is TypeScript? Why do we use it? What is the use case of TypeScript language? Just to give you a hint, it is very much related to JavaScript programming. So stay tuned and watch this video till end. It is going to be very informative and very exciting video. Okay friends, so here is the agenda of this tutorial today. We'll understand what is TypeScript, why do we use it. Then we'll see the feature of TypeScript, what all different feature and offering TypeScript have. And then we'll see one example of TypeScript. We'll cover more advanced topic in upcoming videos. Right friends? Okay friends, so let's start with the TypeScript introduction. What is TypeScript and why do we use TypeScript? Why can't we just simply code into JavaScript? The basic problem with JavaScript is that data type is not defined. We define a variable. That variable can take any value, be it a string, number, or anything, right? TypeScript is nothing but a JavaScript plus data type. Okay. So in JavaScript or in TypeScript, we have three primitive data types. First is Boolean, second is a string, and third is number. So we will be playing around these data types. We will see that with some example. So as written here, TypeScript is trendy open source language maintained and developed by Microsoft, and TypeScript is a typed superset of JavaScript that compiles to the plain JavaScript. TypeScript file is created with the .ts extension, and when we compile TypeScript file, it creates a JavaScript file for us, and then we can run that JavaScript file using Node. One main advantage of using TypeScript is we can use the data types like string, number, and boolean. We can define the variable of a specific data type. The most notable addition is a static type definition that is not present in plain JavaScript. As I said, right, in JavaScript, we don't have mechanism to define a data type of variable, but TypeScript gives you that control. Okay, TypeScript is purely object-oriented language with classes and interfaces. Okay, the way we write classes and interfaces in C Sharp or Java language, we can write the classes and interfaces in TypeScript as well, because TypeScript is also a kind of a object-oriented programming language, right, friends? So those who are familiar, those who like coding in classes and interfaces, then for them TypeScript will be a easy to pick. The popular JavaScript framework Angular 2.0 is written in TypeScript. Okay, you would have heard about Angular 2.0, that is purely coded into TypeScript. For example, TypeScript will report an error when passing a string into a number type of variable that expects a number, but JavaScript will not throw any error. JavaScript will accept it. That is why we prefer to code into TypeScript, because that gives us data type immunity. TypeScript catches the problem during the development and testing phase. And TypeScript also friendly in terms of object-oriented programming. Developers, those who are familiar with object-oriented concept, they like to code in terms of classes and interfaces. So that we'll see in advanced tutorial where we will be creating the classes and interfaces. Right, friends? So let's start the coding now. How to set up TypeScript in your local, what all steps are required to install TypeScript in your JavaScript project. Okay, friends, so let's start. Friends, before we proceed in this video, I request you to subscribe this channel to grow Code One Digest family. Friends, I am creating a lot of quality videos on programming, coding concepts, design pattern and design principles, cloud and container technologies, but I'm not getting subscribers. I request you to like, share, and subscribe this channel so that I can grow our Code One Digest family. Thank you. Okay, friends, let's start coding. The very first thing that we do is we'll create a project. Okay, so let me open a command prompt here. Yes, let me create a project. npm init. So it will create a package.json for me. TypeScript, yes, yes. TypeScript index, yes, yes, yes. So So it has created the packet.json file for us, right? So now we'll open this packet.json into our Visual Studio Code, and then we'll add a very basic programming for TypeScript. Okay, friends, let me do that. Okay, friends, so now I opened the Visual Studio Code and the packet.json is there. It is initialized with the information that we have given. Now what we'll do is the very first thing we have to do is to install a TypeScript so that we'll have a TypeScript compiler. Okay, so let me show you how to install a TypeScript. Once we install a TypeScript, it will come here and add it as a dependency. Let me do that. Okay, so I have opened the command prompt and I'm into my project directory. Here is my package.json, yes. And now I'll install the TypeScript using this command npm install TypeScript save dev. Let me do that. So it is now downloading the TypeScript and it says it's done. Let us see. In dev dependencies, we have a TypeScript added. Okay, so TypeScript 5.2.2 is being added here, right? So now we can start using the TypeScript. But before that, let us see the version of TypeScript that we have, right? So we can try command npx tsc. So it says the version is 5.2.2. The compiler, TypeScript compiler version is 5.2.2. Whenever we write a TypeScript code, it has to be written into a TypeScript file, that is .ts file. So we cannot write TypeScript code into normal JavaScript file. So we have to create index.ts file. So what will happen is when the compiler compiles the index.ts file, it will automatically create the index.js file for us. This is our index.ts file and we'll write the TypeScript code in this file. So now friends, I'm defining a variable first name of type string. So you see I have given a type, okay, of a string and the value is dialin, right? So this first name is the name of the variable followed by colon and followed by type. We define the variable name followed by colon and followed by type. Okay, this is the syntax of defining a type and is equals to value of that variable. And then we are printing the type of this first name. It should print the string. Okay, so they are basically three different very frequently used primitive data type available: boolean, string and number. Okay, in JavaScript as well as in TypeScript. Okay friends, so before we proceed further, we have to configure the compiler, our TypeScript compiler, so that it will create a tsconfig.json file, and that JSON file is the input to the TypeScript compiler, how it will create the JavaScript file for it. Okay, so we can do that. Okay, so this command will create the tsconfig.json for us. Let me do that. So it is creating tsconfig.json. Yes, so this is done. Now we can see the tsconfig.json is created. Okay, so let's see that. So you see tsconfig.json is created. This JSON file, this config file will be used by TypeScript to convert the TS file to JavaScript file. Okay friends, so as and when we'll run the TypeScript file, it will create one JavaScript file. This is our TypeScript file where we have defined the variable first name of type string with value dialin. Okay, and then we are printing the type of that first name. So to run that, we have to write tsc index.ts. Okay. As soon as I'll run this command, it will create a JavaScript file for me. Okay. Let me do that. Yeah. So JavaScript file would have been created. Let us see. So see, this index.js file is created. That JavaScript file will be created with the same name as ts file. We'll see the code inside. Yes. So this coding is done automatically by the compiler. Okay. By the TypeScript compiler. Now we can run this JavaScript file using node index.js, right? So it is printing the type of that first name is string, right? That means our code is working. This particular line piece of code is working. Okay, friends. So you have to understand, friends, why we have to code into TypeScript? Because TypeScript helps in defining the type of the variable. In JavaScript, you would not know what is the type of that variable, whether it is taking integer or a string, then you have to refer documentation. But in TypeScript, you can define the type, and this variable will throw error if we try to assign a numeric value to this type. Let's say if I write first name is equals to 32. Okay, so now I will get error. Let me try to run this again. tsc index.ts, right? So it will tell that you are assigning a wrong value. See, so type number is not assigned to type string, but this verification, this check is not possible in JavaScript file. So TypeScript help us in controlling the type of the variable, and we know that what is the type of the variable. At the time of coding, it gives us error that you are assigning a wrong value, wrong type. Hence, it makes your code much more safe and secure. But in JavaScript, you may be assigning any value to the variable, be it string, be it number, and then it may create problem in your program. That is why we use a TypeScript, because TypeScript is nothing but JavaScript plus data type. Also, one bigger advantage of using TypeScript is it is an object-oriented language. So we can define classes, we can define interfaces very similar to C# or Java. Okay. When we compile the TypeScript file, that time it will create a corresponding JavaScript file for us to run. Okay, friends. I hope this tutorial is clear. I will cover more advanced topic in upcoming videos. Okay, friends. So keep watching Code One Digest. And if you are new to the channel, so do subscribe to my channel to grow Code One Digest family. Thank you. Friends, if you like this video, so give it a thumbs up and subscribe to this channel for the more interesting videos. Click on the bell icon for the latest video notifications and do not forget to share this video with all your friends and colleagues. This is very useful information for students, beginners and software engineers. I am putting a lot of efforts in creating these contents. So please help me growing the Code One Digest family. Please subscribe to Code One Digest channel for the latest programming and technology related videos. Thank you.